Hey everyone, in this video I will show you everything that was built in round 6 on my multiplayer server. In round 6 we had an urban theme, made roads for most of the paths surrounding the plots, and I made cars to run around on them all over the map. I think that gives a pretty cool twist to the map. Right, I'll just quickly go over each plot and to show what was built on all of them. So here's the first plot. This one was made by Cloud Striker. He actually went for a little harbor with big shipping containers. And the plot next to him, a coaster just crashed, but we'll get to that one later. Here he built a little crane using track texture. And some nice buildings here. Also some a ride hidden in the containers, and some shops here. Let me quickly disable breakdowns before more rides crash. Alright, and of course there's this looping coaster with 2 loopings. I think this plot looks very nice. Alright, then we go to the next plot. This one was made by Howler with a tall vertical drop coaster inside this building. I helped him build the roofs for some of these buildings. I think overall it worked out quite well. Of course it's not a very safe coaster when it breaks down, but oh well. Alright, oh yeah, and of course there's this little pipe here under the water. I like little details like these. Alright, and then we go to my plot. This was supposed to look like a building that's under construction. I made 2 cranes here, again with other track pieces. At first I just built these towers, but then I decided to just turn them into functional roto-drop towers. I used a piece of coaster track here to make the boom of the train, and some chairlift cables to make the hoist cables for the crane, and some scenery pieces to make the other pieces of the crane, like the counterweight and some catwalks. Also here on the edge you can see the stations for the car ride that goes all around the map. And I built a small steel wild mouse coaster here. And here's a little helicopter track. Alright, then we go to the next plot. This one was made by Marcel, who also has a YouTube channel for Rollercoaster Tycoon 2 videos. He made this little garden also with the helicopter track. These helicopters were really popular on this map. Alright, then we go to the next plot. This plot was made by Henk. He really only had 1 hour to build it, so I think it's actually quite impressive what he put together here. To launch the mini suspended coaster, again with some nice track texture and some really cool looking supports. I really like what he did here. Sadly he had only 1 hour, so really good what he built here. Alright, then we go to the next plot. This one was made by Edzeran. He made this building with an elevator in it, and he managed to cram 2 coasters around it, which are really intertwined. Overall I think this looks really good. Let's quickly look around it. Very impressive work. Alright, the next plot. This one was made by Creator Creepy. Looks like he has some problems with the river rapids being stuck or something. I don't know what's going on there, but I think the river rapids is supposed to go all around the plot. Okay, and then here we have a boomerang coaster and some other small rides just crammed into this small area. Really high density of rides. I think it looks pretty well. Right, then we go to the next plot. Well, this one is pretty much unfinished. There's this weird mine train ride which does several loops with a tiny cart. This one was made by Pussy as well. Yeah, I don't make the names, but that's what he's called. I think there was supposed to be a building here. And here's a Virginia reel with some weird track. I think this could have looked quite well. Would he have finished it? Alright, then we go to the next plot. This plot was made by SDM, but like Hank, the plot Hank made, SDM only had 1 or 2 hours to make it. So that's why it doesn't look like much, since it's mostly water. Alright, then we go to the next plot. This plot was made by Tom, in his typical balconies with flower style. This plot was ranked second best, I believe. Never mind. This plot was ranked second best. In my opinion, it's a bit too dense, but hey, most people liked it, so who am I, right? There's actually a coaster going around inside the building, and there's a helicopter flying around the buildings. Alright, then we go to the next plot. This was the winning plot. It's made by Tommy, and man, I love it so much. This just is full of details. The buildings are really well done. And of course there's also a small coaster going around and some monorail trains. This is really one of my favorite plots of all the plots that were made on my server so far. Really good stuff. This I will often come back here for inspiration. Alright, then we go to the next plot. This one was made by Tuba Pride. There's actually some really big buildings, which of course also house quite a big coaster in them. I think it looks pretty cool. The buildings are a bit repetitive, I would say. Big chunks, but overall it doesn't look too bad. Alright, then we go to the next plot, made by Stu, also known for his YouTube videos. He made this helicopter repair shop, again with a mini helicopter ride inside it. It's quite funny, because on our Discord he also had this big story about the helicopter shop and how it was the best, and how we shouldn't go to any other helicopter repair shops. So, there you go. Alright, here's the next plot made by Centric. Centric really loves putting tracks on top of each other, and I think it makes these coasters look quite impressive. I think there's actually 2 shuttle coasters that are sort of next to each other, but it gives this plot high density. Maybe there's even 3. I don't know, it's quite impressive. I like the way it looks. Some shops here in the buildings. Alright, then we go to the next plot. This plot got 3rd place, I believe, or 2nd place, I don't remember. This one was made by Booga Booga. Great name. And it's a really high and impressive plot. I think it has 2 symmetrical roller coasters that travel around the plot. Maybe it's just one. Yeah, it's just it looks like it's just one roller coaster. But Ooga Booga Booga Boo. Great name. Anyway, most people liked this plot, so it got a really high score on the map. And I think it's impressive how high it is. Alright, then we go to the final plot of the round. This was also one of my favorites. It was the water treatment plant. It has a vertical drop roller coaster and this river rapids. Currently it's not working, maybe I can get it to work again. Let's just click fast forward to get it going. So yeah, here you can now see the river rapid. Of course, yeah, it only has 2 boats now. supposed to have more, but yeah, that's just a side effect of some cheats. Anyway, I really like this plot. This vertical drop coaster looks quite impressive, and I love these support structures that he made, and also these flying saucer track roofs, and here's some other nice roofs. The tracker texture in this plot is amazing. I think he should have scored quite a lot higher in this round. Anyway, that was all for round 6. I hope you enjoyed our creations. If you want to join one of our rounds, you can always join my Discord server. The link is in the description. Alright, hope to see you again in the next video. See you later.